I know, but like it's either that or you have a cool based CurseForge mod pack like I do. Instead of using fucking Feather.
Just use CurseForge. It's not that hard.
Feather
I have a PvP pack. I have a PvP pack specifically on on CurseForge.
If you want to send me that, I'll use it.
I will, as long as 1.20 point something remains a viable version for Stoneworks.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to update mine. So it's gonna lose my distant horizon.
Once I can't log on with this PvP pack anymore, I'm gonna fucking bang my head into a wall. Because I have to actually recreate it.
The Minecraft movie's coming out, guys. You ready?
No. Fuck that. I hate
ever since I was a child, I yearned for the mines. This seems a little small. Can someone get me like a bunch of oak planks, please? Just like a butt ton of oak planks.
Buy from the state-sponsored market of Grahams because we have investments there. Yippee. Because Hella Market is down, I think, maybe.
All right.
Pretty sure it is.
We're ready, right?
Are you in the game, Auggie?
Just
get into vanilla like a pleb, okay? Come on.
It's starting. Just give me a bit. But I think we should begin
I'm gonna give a quick opening statement because not everyone here is BRF. So just a quick introductory thing, and then you guys can get your opening statements done, and then we can move into the questions.
RP on now. RP. Oh.
Auggie, are you a sleeper agent? Is that what this is?
We're gonna RP this because we're cooler than the it's the opposite of an RPer. I guess
the cringe out of character enjoyers.
OC. Yeah, we're not OCing this. That's boring as fuck.
Ooh, anyway, stop nerding out. Alright, good evening everyone. Or rather, good evening, good morning, good day, whatever. Depends on your time zone. And welcome to, at least for me, tonight's BRF primary debate. Now, this is a very important and the first of its kind event in both the BRF and coran'i history because none of our parties, or rather none of the existing parties within coran'i has ever held a primary election to decide its candidate. Tonight, we're going to decide on who is going to be spearheading the BRF effort as the aegis candidate for the upcoming December elections. And we will reflect on where we come from and decide on leadership to guide us forward. As we rebuilt from recent trials and the whole absolutist takeover, the path ahead requires vision, courage, and commitment to the values that make coran'i strong. A democracy and a belief in a brighter future. And tonight, we're going to hear from two exceptional candidates, Ain Luxembourg and Zenobia Peña-Knight, each bringing their perspective on how to best serve our nation during this very, very important time. This debate is not only about leadership, but also about who can best inspire confidence and hope within our people. And hopefully tonight we're going to find the leader who will continue the work of rebuilding and advancing our great nation. Let's begin. Merlin, you have the opening statement. Go for it.
Okay, give me 1 second. So, you see to finish building the stages. Corv said he had some logs for me.
Auggie, do you want to do the opening statement then?
That's enough. No, we need to build these first.
All right.
Give me a moment.
Wait.
Fuck, my inventory is too full.
Wait, what's up? I think that's legitimately one of the best slogans I've heard from any campaign ever.
It's not I expected to hear from a... Never mind from Stoneworks. It's like anywhere.
No, it's inspiring. coran'i, do you want to be filled up? Oh god, no. I will fill up the government. Whoa, wait. Whoa. Ask
By
for
selfies,
consent.
no, please no.
No,
Please, no.
ask for consent first. Oh my god.
Please.
Why is Pi? No, Pi isn't on the podium.
Pi gets to stay. Pi gets to stay.
No, Pi is the personal bodyguard of Anne Luxembourg. She is a controversial figure. Oh, gosh, I'm just kidding. Maybe the absolutists try to assassinate her or something. Whoa, foreshadowing, but not really.
It's revenge for being the resistance leader.
Oh, here.
And from standing up.
Yeah, no, they want you gone.
Stood up.
Faisal, who are you going to assassinate?
It's revenge.
On what watch list? On what watch list do you want me to put you on?
Oh, I think these podium areas.
Okay.
Wait, take down this.
Why is Birch
blocking my face? This one. Yeah. You can place a torch here if you want.
Can you give me, Harry? Can I have a torch?
Yeah, put a torch here.
Oh my god, it's William Bang. One. Yeah. What's up, Willie? Have you turned on the goddamn 10 chunk border zone?
William, can you be my bodyguard?
Brother turned it off.
Yeah, thanks. You
Willie,
just like
no,
right here.
I'm gonna beat you if you do that.
Willie, are you sure that the 10 chunk zone is off so it can actually claim Fialia fully?
No.
Can you please turn it off for like the third week in a row? Just in the perms, in the claim things, in the settings.
No. Wait. Which claim are you talking about?
Nebula City.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
It's blocking me from claiming the rest of Fialia, and it's being a real pain in the ass.
William, we need to claim Fialia.
No, I'm not attacking Willie, but this is kind of an important matter.
It's how many weeks has it been or something?
It's been like 3 weeks. I'm just kidding, but no, it's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
I think it has actually been 3 weeks.
I don't know. If it has, then wow. Time flies.
All right.
Don't worry, Willie. Are you at least not tired anymore?
Plop. Can you give me a banner? Or like?
Oh yeah, I need a Madisonian banner. Do I have one?
I literally went to Madison.
Harry,
I campaigned harder for Madison.
Harry, do you have a... Okay, I was the one who fought for Madison.
Aegis Merlin outsources bodyguard jobs to foreigners, ruining the economy? Question mark. Is there not enough able-bodied coran'i men that can protect you? Oh, he works for... Okay, then it's fine because it's unpaid foreign labor. And we love that in here.
Yeah,
we love exploiting foreigners.
Could you drop me a Madison banner? I want to represent the best Isolary Republic.
Where's my
guys? Are the goddamn stages done? Let's get this underway. Holy crap!
Yeah, they're done.
All right, Merlin, your opening statement. Ready when you are.
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Really stop farting. I'm gonna beat you. Ladies, gentlemen, and bees, I stand before you today as a person who has been with this nation nearly 40 years now. I've seen 5 different Aegis takeoffs, risen through the ranks from helot to a citizen, to a public delegate, and to Hyperion, which is the role I stand before you with today. I've seen the assassination of 2 of my dear friends to the High Navy. I've the rise and fall of the Absolute coup.
Yeah, and your internet is kind of struggling. But we are getting the gist. Please keep going.
I called in arms, die for a cause around me. And while others, whilst others did nothing. I say this all to emphasize my experience. I'm 224 years old. My opponent isn't 19. I've been Hyperion for longer than my opponent has been alive. Being young isn't necessarily bad. I'm considered barely an adult by my people. I'm not criticizing the concept of youth. With you comes a lot of benefits. Optimism, experience, out of the box thinking, etc. But being young and lacking experience comes naivety and a lack of understanding of the intricacies of politics. My opponent, if they were to be elected, would end up making some horrible mistakes that would be devastating for the nation. They've already pledged to appoint Focus the Traitor as the Sentinel, the same man who was instrumental in the savage absolutist coup that took so many lives and orphaned so many children. She honors the sacrifices. She sat idly by whilst those who were still loyal laid down their lives and died in the thousands. And she honors their sacrifice by putting one of the key figures in charge of international relations. They seem to have an overall extreme lack of care as to the intricacies of the cabinet and stated that, quote unquote, nobody have the same position. My promise to you all is one of stability. As the one who led the resistance, I feel it is my obligation to lead us through the aftermath, rather than some upstart teenager. I will ensure the nation returns to how it was.
All right, Merlin, thank you for your time. Your 3 minutes for an opening statement are up. August, you are the next.
Zenobia.
Opening statement. Yeah, Zenobia, you're up. Go for it. Whenever you're ready.
My peanuts, it is me, Zenobia Peanut Night. My favorite drink is pina colada, and I stand for peace, choice, and brotherhood. It is true that I am very young, but why should being young define who I am? I think it is a huge benefit that I have the outlook of the youth on my side, because I have great and brand new ideas. Ideas that I believe are necessary, in fact. Because a lot of our ideas currently are 40 or 50 years old. We need new solutions. We need a new plan. We need a brighter future. I think our country could benefit from having new flavor, a new taste, and some new parties too. Not political, but real parties. I would like to host fiestas. I like to host festivals. I like to host cultural events. And not just that, I would like to implement new systems to help fund these events, make them nice, and for all of you to enjoy in the prosperity, bounty, and pleasure that you may enjoy from not just festivities, but economic and material prosperity. That is my platform.
Right.
Well, that's it. You done?
I think that's all I need to say for my introduction. One more thing. Lore-wise, I am literally the last Spirit Knight. My family used to be the protectors and guardians of Haven. The very same people who we are today. It is my pledge to continue my livelihood as the servant of the people and continue my family legacy as the arbiters of democracy, freedom, and our cultural heritage. Thank you.
All right. You still have a minute if you want to add anything else. You were really quick. Much quicker than I expected.
I do not wish to waste the people's time. I believe we should get straight into the debate. That is my belief.
All right, then. First question will be for Merlin, or rather for the both of you, but Merlin will get the answer first. What do you believe is the single most important priority for coran'i as we rebuild? And how will your leadership address this?
So, first of all, I do not believe there is a single priority. Priorities are things that should be tackled from multiple different angles, multiple different things, all at the same time. But if you wanted me to nail down one priority, I'd say activity. The nation is dying. the absolutist coup was horrific for our player base and their strength. I think we need to focus on events, game nights, and the such to drive up activity in our player base. My plan has, as you've probably seen, already drawn our plans for game nights. We have my lovely husband Isla has pinged you all with different game ideas. We've got ideas for a belief arena in the works that we could do. We have Hypixel game nights and a bunch of other things in the works. And I think that if you were to vote for me, I would be able to deliver on those ideas the best out of any candidate here. That's all.
All right. August, do you want the response or do you want to answer the question yourself?
I would like to answer the question myself.
Go for it. You have 2 minutes.
I, Zenobia Pina Knight, have one priority. I have many goals, but all these goals lead back towards the advancement and the increasing of this ever so very important issue that we need to accomplish very fast. My priority is to build the city in the eyes of architect Zodrom's eyes. I believe that this city has gone on for too long as pretty much a huge slum. This city currently has trash bags littering across the entire city. You can't go a mile without seeing a trash can filled with trash. That is abhorrent. The city is unclean. The prosperity that I wish to bring, the cultural and economic improvements that I want to bring to the city, they all contribute to activity, but this activity is meant to bring in builders and to advance the situation of coran'i towards building Zodrom's dream. Zodrom's dream is everyone's dream, as we all know, because we know that Zodrom's builds are very beautiful. They're very nice. And I want to see, and I finally want to see, what has been spoken about by my ancestors and the people today. I want to see that dream come true. It is the coran'i dream. The city of marble, copper, and lightning must come to fruition. My policies, my bills, everything I propose will go towards finally giving you guys beautiful housing. And also, no, that's pretty much it. There's other things I do have on my mind, but building the Zodron stuff is, yeah, that's it.
It's your top priority. All right. Well, your 10 minutes are up.
Hey,
Merlin, do you want a 1 minute rebuttal?
I would like to counter that. Yes.
All right, go for it.
I find it ironic that my opponent is the one talking about building and Zodrom's vision, when it is I who have the support of Zodrom. I think
Merlin,
Zodrom and I have
Zodrom go on record with her support for you and your candidacy?
Yes, I have screenshots of it.
All right. I would refrain from claiming anyone's support until the elections are through and the votes are in. But please continue.
I think that I can work with her much better to ensure that we get the building work done. And it is a lot of my other supporters who have proposed a lot of good bills to improve building and pay people for builds. We have a lot of good policies, that stuff that I haven't really heard Auggie or anyone else for a candidate suggest. But I think we should be better equipped to handle this than Auggie.
All right, that's your 1 minute up. Auggie, do you want a 30-second rebuttal?
I only want to spend this rebuttal saying this. Zodrom's decision hinges on pretty much her own choice. She may have made promises in the past, or she may have said something here and there that might hint to who she supports. But when it comes down to it, it's her choice. And that's the most important thing of all. I want her to make the choice that suits her best and satisfies her mind the most. That's it.
All right. Thank you for that rebuttal. And we're exactly on time. All right. Next question. Auggie, you get the first response. The BRF has always been a party of progress and looking towards the future, challenging and fighting the outdated status quo of our time, from helots to a plethora of other issues. How will you continue the work myself and my cabinet and our party as a whole have done so far?
I want to see the people work. It's important that the people come together as a community to reform our society into something that is even more polished, even more improved, and better suited for the current times that we live in now. The times of before are over. We live in a new era where we must progress and we must catch up to our neighbors who are increasingly outpacing us as we speak. I want to see our government work hard. And not just work hard, but work at their own pace. But if they need to work at their own pace, it's probably necessary to have new people come into those jobs. You people in the crowd, under my administration, you may see yourselves given the opportunity to work government jobs, to rise up and earn new social roles within our society. I want you to find elevation under my administration. I want to see new faces and I want to see new participation. That is my policy for the government concerning past and present.
All right. Auggie, if you have nothing else to add, that will be your time. Merlin, do you want a 1-minute rebuttal?
I would. I think whilst it is important to look to the future, one cannot really improve things if they don't. I think my opponent wishes to forget the past, pretend it didn't happen. And if we do not learn from the mistakes of history, we are doomed to repeat them eternally in a cycle. And I think that's a large critique of her ideal.
Is that all?
That's all.
All right, Auggie, do you want a 30-second rebuttal, or can we move on to the next question?
I would like to respond very quickly.
All right, go for it.
I have studied under the tutelage of Ren Morningstar. I studied under the tutelage of even our past administrators, such as Adon Turin, and many other famous figures who have taught me plenty about our history and have informed me of what we must learn from our past and what we must do for our future. We must not stay in the past. Yes, we should learn from it, but we should not linger on it. We must move forward, and we must make ourselves stronger, better, faster, smarter. That is what I want to bring to all of you.
Exactly like the song, everyone. All right. All right, is that all? You have about 5 more seconds?
Nope, I'm good.
No. All right. We're going to keep it moving and grooving, folks. Coran'i faces...
Give me a second.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Only like 2 seconds.
All right. Merlin, once you're back, just say that we can continue.
And I think I'm in.
All right, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I, of all people, should know, at least for the past, in real life, 3 months, for the past in-game 15 years, that leadership in Coran'i has often required difficult compromises. Can you share an example of a principle you would never compromise on, even under pressure? Merlin, you have the stage. 2 minutes.
I never compromise on our need for a community and the sanctity and safety of our community. I think creating a toxic-free environment where everyone can be in peace is the most important commitment we've made. And if we fail to continue with it, we could lead to damaging our overall representation and causing people to leave, which would be disastrous for us long term. That is all.
All right. Quick and concise. Auggie, do you want to respond to that?
Yes.
Go for it. 1 minute.
I never, ever want to forget my empathy. I never, ever want to forget my kindness. I never, ever want to forget my responsibility to all of you to remain as the most responsible, mature, and active participant within our community. Everyone deserves to have a friend. And if no one else wants to be your friend, I'll be your friend. I will have your back. If you want to do something, it is going to be my responsibility to help you get there. If you want to see something happen, it is my responsibility to make sure that you achieve it. You get to where you need to be, because that is what the aegis is. The domestic leader. I will never, ever compromise on being the servant of the people.
All right. Auggie, that's your 1 minute. Merlin, do you want a 30-second rebuttal?
Yeah. I think my opponent actually brings up a few good points, and I do have to agree with them on this topic. That is what I would like to see. I think they make a fair point.
Merlin, you there?
Merlin
Is-
Norris.
Hello, am I muted?
No.
We heard you.
No, I was. It was just
Okay,
very short,
sorry.
so I thought you maybe cut out. All right, then that's it.
No,
for this
I
question.
agree, and I hold the same positions.
All right, the last moderator question by me is this: if you could leave coran'i with one lasting legacy as an aegis, what would it be, and why should the people trust you to deliver it? The question goes to Zenobia. Zenobia, you have 2 minutes.
My lasting legacy. I think this is a very important one. The legacy can be all about you, or, well, it can also be about the country. I don't believe in that. I believe legacy is what you do for the people in terms of how you let the people create their own legacies, create their own stories. Stories not about struggle, but about victory and about camaraderie, the memories that you help forge with each other and with their friends. I want to make sure that my legacy as aegis is one where the people see each other as brothers, sisters, and comrades. I want each other to remember the memories we make under my aegis-ship. That is what matters to me, because honestly, coran'i is about the friends we make along the way, and that will be my legacy, to have memories and make memories with you.
All right.
Good memories, by the way. Good ones.
All right. Does that wrap it up?
Yep.
All righty then. Merlin, do you have any rebuttal?
I do not have a rebuttal, but I have my own statement.
Do you want to answer it on your own? Then you would have 2
I'd
minutes.
like to answer it on my own, please.
Go for it. 2 minutes starting now.
I do not wish for a legacy. I don't I don't have ego so large. I need people to remember me. I wish to be a small nobody who did impact people's lives, but it doesn't have to be one that people remember. I don't need to be remembered. I need to have done what I did. People shouldn't remember my legacy. If I do have a legacy, people should not remember it for me. Should not remember it for me. They remember it for what was done. I am not the nation. I do not. All of the good things that happen to the nation are not because of me at all. It's everyone that should be thought of. Everyone. The legacy should not be one person. It should be the work of countless hundreds. I think if you really, really want to have a legacy, if you want to have statues of yourself, that's okay. But that's very egocentric. I think legacy is not something one should strive for. And that is all.
All right, Augie, do you want a 1 minute rebuttal?
Yes, I would actually.
Go for it. Your time starts now.
My rebuttal is this. I'm going to give you free alcohol. Everyone is going to get a glass of beer, a glass of whiskey, a glass of wine. Yeah, my legacy is to make memories of you. But how better to make memories of you, but with drinks in our hands and taverns for miles. That is what I want to do for all of you. Oh, I'm getting drunk. Oh no.
I would please like to ask the candidates to refrain from drinking during the debate.
Yeah, a bit.
Just so you can actually stand on the stage. But that's about it. If it makes you rowdy and more interesting, go for it. All right. Do you want a 30-second rebuttal, Merlin?
Yeah, I would actually, if that's okay.
Go for it. Your time starts now.
I think I'm gonna build a fuckload of taverns. Like, so many taverns. Oh my god. I know, like, free beer is good and all, but what about, like, absinthe? Like, the hardcore stuff. Like, leave you flat out drunk. Like, you have to grip onto the side of your bed to stay down. That shit's gonna be everywhere. You can't even move without being drugged. That's all.
All right. That's it for your 30-second rebuttal anyway. Thank you both for answering my questions. And we will now move on to the next round, and that will be Crossfire Questions. All right. First off, each of you, I want you to pick heads or tails.
Tails.
Heads.
All right. Let's see the coin spin. And it's heads. Augie, you get the first question for Merlin. You have 1 minute to deliver your question. Merlin will have 2 minutes to respond, and you will have a 1 minute follow-up rebuttal of her response. Your time starts now.
My question for Merlin is this. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm quite partial
is
to,
that the whole question?
That is the whole question. That's nothing more to ask.
All right, Merlin, your 2 minute response to that question starts now.
I'm quite partial to strawberry, but that really depends on the quality of the ice cream. Like, bad quality strawberry isn't that nice, but like when you get like really good expensive strawberry, it tastes so good. Like, though you can also never go wrong with chocolate. I think if an ice cream shop is pretty bad, then like just go for the chocolate option. Otherwise, yeah, I'd go strawberry. It tastes so good, especially when there's like little bits of frozen strawberry in it. Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Alrighty then. Merlin, you get your own question for Augie. 1 minute for the question. Augie has a 2-minute response. You have a 1-minute rebuttal. Your question starts now.
August, how do you intend to differentiate yourself from previous administrations and from my platform? Because at the moment, it seems very similar to mine in a lot of ways.
To be fair, you are from the same party, but
Well, yeah, at that point, but
Continue.
like we do need to be different.
Well, it's a very. I can answer that pretty well. Well, thing is, I have more creativity in what I want. To be completely fair, like I actually do know like what I want to do, and I do have plans to make it happen. If you want, I can like tell you what I want, what I'm going to do if I'm Aegis. But I guess that's part of the question, right? So I'll answer. Basically, I want to. Oh, what?
My question was, how is it different?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you how
What
it's
is
different.
it?
I do have like policies I want to do. These policies include strengthening the sentinelship. I think we need to expand the sentinelship so we can do more diplomacy with other countries. I think other countries need to know how prestigious we are, what we have to offer to the world, and how our culture is very different from other places. And in many ways, how we can do that is by reimbursing the people. I want the people to be known as very wealthy, very rich, and we can only do that by making that possible in reality. I want the people themselves to be very rich, have lots of materials, even if they're not millionaires. At least they can have horses. Hopefully, I'll look for people who can breed horses. But I want to give them tapestries. I want to give them art. I wanted to give them nice housing. And as for the military, I want the military to be able to protect our country. I want to help aid in constructing that mercenary company we've been working 3 months on. I want to make that possible. And I also want to make reforms for the people in terms of letting them all participate in the military, do their service, and learn how to defend themselves from enemies and evil.
All right, Augie, that's your 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I gave you an extra 20 seconds because of interruptions, but that's as much as I can give realistically. Merlin, you have a 1-minute rebuttal if you want it.
Thank you.
Go for it. Your time starts.
A lot
now.
of that isn't that different. A lot of that isn't that different. You're sort of, it seems to be copying previous administrations. As I've worked with Sokoto, we've tried to implement policies for military service, richness. I do think you have a unique idea in the Sentinel, but you seem to be regressing in terms of the army, like doing a lot less than I would have hoped when it comes to foreign interference in places such as Harpia. That is all.
I would like to, or rather, I would like to ask both candidates to refrain from mentioning any possible sensitive information regarding the war in Harpia, because you both know a lot about the situation. We want to keep that under wraps until the war progresses. If that's all, Merlin,
That is all.
All right. Merlin, now you have a question for Auggie. Or rather, wait, no, never mind. Auggie, you have a question for Merlin. My bad.
Yeah, Zenobia has a question for Merlin. Zenobia, yeah, I have a question for Merlin. My question is this. You say that I'm regressing, and you claim that I'm moving backwards, which is absolutely not true. I have a whole laundry list of the changes I want to make, which are incredibly different from the past. And I can go in depth more about how they are, but I will just ask my question directly to you. How do you plan to move forward? How do you plan to go into the future? Like, how are your policies any different from the past when you claim that the policies that I have are very similar to yours? That just means that your policies are actually regressive.
Could I speak?
Go for it, Merlin. You have a 1 minute, rather a 2 minute response. My bad. Your time starts now.
Yeah, I would like to see that. In a sense, we are progressing. We are, in a sense, regressing to, I think, to a better time, to a time before we were engulfed in civil war, the time before the nation was pulling itself apart. We're regressing towards a time of forward momentum, and I think that's honestly a good thing. That is all.
All right, Auggie, 1 minute rebuttal. Your time starts, if you want it, of course. Let me first clarify.
Yeah, I would like it.
Time starts now.
I don't think regressing to a better time is a good thing to say. That's pretty reactionary, but I'm not gonna criticize that. You know, you may do things differently. I have no idea. But what I know is what I want. Well, I'm definitely gonna do. I want to make sure that other countries know that we exist in a fun way. I want to do something called the Crystal Road. I want all these other countries around the world to recognize us for the diplomatic, economic, and academic power that we are by connecting them all through the Crystal Road, a trade network where they get to share their ideas and we get to share with them our ideas. We get to share with them our material wealth, our riches, and they get to give us all the knowledge they have, all the riches they have. And we get to produce new things, new materials, new goods. Wouldn't you like it if you had a silk couch in lore? Wouldn't you like it if your house was made from wood imported from the faraway land of Irithel? Wouldn't that be pretty nice to characterize yourself as like a person who is affluent and knowledgeable about all these other places, and that your character can create this very long and intricate story about how they have interacted with other people, can speak multiple languages, and honestly, just know a bunch of books and a bunch of knowledge about the wider world. We shouldn't close ourselves off. We need to start reaching out because we can, because we've gotten to a point we are able to expand our horizons and take on the world.
All right,
because
Auggie,
that is what Grand coran'i is for.
Your time is up. All right, everyone. We move on. Do you want a rebuttal?
Yeah, just a tiny one.
All
I'd
right,
like to
because
say I am probably one of the most multicultural people in this nation. My father, Casper Bjornsson, is Ishkanori. My bodyguard is Ishkanori. I have contacts in other nations. I've been other nations. My opponent hasn't. I think she's not really the one to talk on this subject. That is all.
All right, that's your rebuttal. We're going to move on to the next segment, which will be you, my good people, the audience questions. Now, before you start raising your hands, please put them all down. Anyone who has their hand raised up right now will not be considered. All right. When I say 3, 2, 1, whoever raises up their hand first will get the question. 3, 2, 1. All right. Tobias, come on the stage, my good buddy.
Good. My question is, how are we going to protect the alcohol industry that we already have in form of my bar from being overflooded with with other alcohol from other nations? Plus, can we keep how can we have trade agreements with other nations that make our alcohol exports better?
Thank you for your question, Toby. Who was it directed at specifically?
Auggie.
All right. Thank you for your question, Toby. I'll move you back to the audience, and then Auggie can respond.
How much time do I have?
You have 1 minute. Starting. God damn it! Give me a second. Starting now.
So I actually have a lot of plans. Let me tell you about them. So in terms of alcohol, I plan to create a new thing called alcoholism, where everyone is supposed to get a drink from coran'i, specifically from brewers from coran'i, and drink their drinks in celebration of their lejas and their past, celebration of their ancestors. If you drink and you get drunk, you are connected more to your ancestors and connected deeper with their roots. Everyone, and I implore everyone, no matter how old, how young they are, no matter if they're like 30 years.
Auggie, is it just me or did Auggie cut out? Oh,
They should. And free alcohol, it'll come from the state that people. Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, damn.
yeah.
Last thing I want to say is that
You got
Yeti,
20 more. You got 50 more seconds. Come on, go for it.
Yeti, I want you to produce the most expensive drinks because I assure you, people will start buying from them. They'll start buying your expensive drinks because of how luxurious they are. I will help you with that. I'll help you sell those drinks. I'll advertise it as much as I can, Yeti. That is my answer.
Government subsidies for alcoholism. Okay. Interesting response. All right. Next, let's all put down our hands, please. Thank you.
I have a counter, please.
Ah, all righty. Make sure to mention that. You get 30 seconds, Merlin, starting now.
I'd say that I have a lot of good ideas too. Instead of focusing on more alcoholism, I've been working with a lot of people to get import for new ingredients to make special exotic alcohols. I have a trade network from an Ishkanori house, and they're going to be supplying us with extra potent grapes that taste even better. And the fuck's and get you drunk much faster. That is a
Excuse me, Soka.
Yeah.
Sorry, Edard Ashwood. May I respond to their
Only if your opponent allows that response, because that would be outside of the debate outline. Keep whatever you wanted to say in mind for your closing statement if you find it that important. All right, everyone prepare to raise your hands once I say 3, 2, 1 again. 3, 2, 1. All right, Harry, you have the stage. Go for it. That is a question directed to who specifically? Both. All right, then they're both going to get the 1 minute response. All right. Merlin, you get the first response. Your 1 minute, if you're ready, starts 3, 2, 1 now.
I have long since been a supporter of Isolated Republics. I was originally a public delegate at a Isolated Republic PD. I've been living in one for most of my life. I fought for Madasonia to get its public delegacy. I have fought in Isolated Republics. I fought for Madasonia's independence. I haven't honestly spent much time in Port Spotlight of Belgorod, but I think Madasonia is such a wonderful place, and we really should advertise it much more. It's the true second city, and I think nothing else compares to it. That is all. I'm wearing Madisonian banners on my head and on my arm. Like, you cannot call me less Madisonian than I am.
All right, that is, you got 10 more seconds, Merlin, if you want them.
And a Madisonian flag flies over the walls of my home.
All right, very, very patriotic. Auggie, do you want a 30-second response, or do you want to delve into the question yourself?
I like a 30-second response.
All right, your 30 seconds start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I think the system of isolated republics, yes, there is some benefit to it. However, we live in a new era where places are constantly under attack. isolated republics, and this is something I've talked to with the Bel Karebi Port Spotlight people. We need a new system, to be completely honest. We need a new system to defend these places. And concerning Madissonia, I think Madissonia is actually underrepresented. I think Madissonia needs more representation, and I do have plans to work with Harry to represent Madissonia more and to have them take a greater responsibility in the construction of the nation they call home.
All right, August, that's your 30-second response. Do you want to have your 1 minute? Do you want to answer the question yourself? You would have 1 minute to do so.
I'm good.
All right. Then that answers the whole question regarding isolated republics and Madissonia. Everyone prepare to raise your hands once again. When I say 3, 2, 1, you guys go. So, 3, 2, 1. All right, Jom. You're up. Come to the stage, buddy.
All right. I've already asked Auggie this question, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to tell us to, this is directed towards Merlin. What are you going to do about the military? This is wars in general, because this is a very difficult thing. This is a thing about me. If you don't know me, I'm an officer in Aragotha, and I really would be concerned if, you guys have to deal with a war, and you don't know what to do. If someone war decks you, because you gotta figure this out. Not everyone's gonna be a good faith actor, not everyone's gonna be friendly with you, and not everyone's gonna be peaceful on peace with you. It's just W, and everyone is not gonna be full on trustworthy.
I would like to say we've done a lot of progress towards making coran'i a safer place. There's a lot of things I cannot talk about for legal reasons concerning our military and our actions, but I think we have a select group of trusted soldiers. We have powerful allies with NDPs, and the current aegis, who I want to appoint as. Hold on.
Merlin, I'm going to stop your response. You have about 35 more seconds since you either cut out or, don't worry. I threw a pause on that. Well, since I am the... okay, there we go. Merlin, yep.
I'd like to give the question to the current aegis, Sokotoa, to speak about what he's going to do with the military.
In short, John, you personally wouldn't know me because back on Rathnir, I wasn't known as Sokotoa. However, I want to stress that I was a part of almost every major war back on Rathnir and a part of multiple mercenary groups. I'm aware of both the good and bad about the coran'i military, and both candidates have very, very good plans as to how they will approach strengthening the military, obviously with a lot of trust regarding that being placed in me as one of the most experienced people on the matter. From both making our claims more valuable and defensible so they don't get war decked as easily, or rather, so we prevent them from getting war decked so easily, towards actually giving some incentive to people starting to learn PvP, because realistically, there's only a select few who actually get into the autism that we like to call stonework swords. And very
PvP
few people have PvP in general. We have a very specific mental code.
I fell down that path. I've fallen down the path pretty recently, dude.
What a rabbit hole PvP is. But as someone who has been through many wars and who is currently working on a solution to the war in Harpia, because right now as it stands, server rules are a bit tough on both war declarations and wars themselves. And it requires coran'i to do a couple more steps of preparation, but do not be mistaken, my dear public. Harpia will be ours. And with Harpia, we will have many good and bad experiences that will help us change and improve the military for later, including the aforementioned Merc group that both candidates support, regarding both making all of you money if you want to get into PvP, and ensuring that the country is safer, because more experienced fighters is always good. And game sense is arguably, and rather PvP sense in Sunworks is rather arguably more valuable than raw PvP skill. Anyway, Merlin, yeah, go for a response, Auggie.
So, a lot of you might be questioning, all right, what separates what separates Zenobia Peanut Knight from Merlin? And many of you might be asking yourself, these two candidates sound pretty much the same. Here's one thing that I'm pretty much going to be doing very differently from Merlin. I think it's important that everyone actually gets involved in the military, in the sense that people can choose to work in logistics and other people can choose to work in the military directly as PvPers. Logistics-wise, which is probably the choice that many of you are going to choose, all of you will be pretty much going to be working towards producing goods that help the military to defend our country and also to provide materials that will boost not just the core military itself, but also our Merc group. I want to really push the emphasis that my plans are to advance and make the process of the Merc group, the building projects, all this stuff faster. We need to go faster with it. And the only way we can go faster with it is by working together.
All right, Auggie, that's your 1 minute. Merlin, do you want a 30-second response?
I have a very important 30-second response I'd like to make.
Your very important 30 seconds start in 3, 2, 1, go.
As someone who's worked in logistics and fought in a battle, it's not for everyone. Not all people need to work there. You actually need competent people to work in the military. Not everyone's a S-tier PvPer. Most of us are C-tier quick drops, to be fair. And not everyone can work there. Logistics is a very difficult job, and I wouldn't want to force it upon everyone. I think it's sort of
grinding.
It's best that if people do want to do it, we can, but it's not something we should force people to.
All right, that is your more than 30 seconds rebuttal, but I allowed it.
Sorry.
No worries. I didn't want to interrupt you in the middle of a point. Jean, does that satisfy your question? Can I move you back to the audience now?
Sure, that works. Also, why isn't Harriet tricking with down, by the way?
I have no idea. Let's move Harry back. All right, Jean, thank you for your question. We're going to be doing the next one. Everyone prepare to raise your hands. We're going to be doing about 2 or 3 more questions. So grab the opportunity. When I say 3, 2, 1, go, you ask, or rather you raise your hands. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God, literally exact same second, John and Piotik. Let's hear it from Jean. Sorry, Piotik.
Hello, I have a question, an open questions for both candidates regarding the trams issue. I have family in Lakaria. I've been to some random hole in Ishkuna, and both places have trams. But we don't have trams. And how I see it is that we have a big Zodrom anti-trans lobby. What are we going to do to get trams? What are both of your stances on the trans issue?
Merlin, since I know you're on a bit of a time limit, I guess you can address this very, very odd question. But go for it.
I'm going to talk in game chat because I need to stop now.
All right.
Sorry.
Do you want me to read it out?
Yes.
All right. Aiden Luxembourg says, okay, so basically, trams rights. Obviously, we all love our public transportations. More like bad. All right, so we hate public transportation. Train over trams. I get behind this message. Thank you, Merlin. Auggie, do you want to go? Do you want to take the go at this question?
My name is Zenobia Peanut Knight.
Zenobia Peanut Knight. Do you want to respond to this question?
Yes, I would like to. It's not as simple as that. I would like to ask Zodrom and Yeti Tobias if where and if trams are good or bad in what locations. I think they are intelligent people and know that trams, yes, in areas in which they are definitely working in and cannot produce trans in, no, we can't do trams there. Let's not do that. Let's not ruin work that they've been focusing on for years at this point. I would like to ask them how they feel about trams and if it's possible to have trams here or not. I would also like to ask Harry I would like to ask Allison Harriet Madison where or if she even likes trams within Madisonia. Ask first. Don't make opinions and assumptions for them. Just like please ask them first.
Very political question. But
Mhm.
that is your time, Auggie. I'm gonna have to stop you there.
May I have a follow-up question, just to correct? I know for a fact. that
Jean,
trans often
I'm sorry,
talking
but
about
Piotik
Don't
was
lie.
next in line for the question. I'm gonna have to move you back.
Bye.
Thank you, buddy. Piotik, come to the stage as the guy who was just a split second slower than Jean was.
Wow.
So your question, Piotik.
Yeah. Hello. I have a question about a topic that was, let's say, mentioned at Augie's rally. You have said at your rally that you will support the cactus farming industry, which is a very lucrative industry, at least as far as I know. But it is an industry which is focused on producing weapons, and you have said that you will use the EXP produced in peaceful means. However, you have also said that it is you will use it to generate income. So I assume that you will sell it to foreign countries, and in those foreign countries, that EXP will be used for weapons. So are you saying that you want to generate income for coran'i by helping warmongers elsewhere?
Piotic, that is a great question. I'm actually happy you asked that. And you actually helped open my eyes too. Thank you for giving me this clarification. I do think we need to also consider who we sell our materials to. Like, for example, Merlin said that she would like to import beer from Ishkanor. I thought we were supposed to grow our own beer, right? These are very nuanced things and complex issues. And honestly, I think we need to ask ourselves, and I would like to give the option to the people to answer for themselves, who would they like to export their materials to? Who would they like to import materials to? I think me going down to the people and asking them these questions day by day will not only help the people have the nation make decisions that benefit them, but also avoid, the situation where the silent majority stays silent. I want everyone to have a voice. I want them to be able to ask questions like these so we can answer them together. For now, though, to answer completely what Piotic wants, I believe that these materials, right? I think they should go to peaceful countries. I don't like aiding countries that should who practice war. They should make their war materials themselves. They should rely on peaceful countries to do that for them. We need to help other peaceful countries. We need to help countries like ourselves. We should be defensible. We should defend our country.
That's gonna be your 1 minute. Sorry. Merlin, do you want a 30-second rebuttal? I'll read it out. Yeah. So basically, I can't really do a timer on this one, so I'll just allow it. Don't make it too long, though. EXP shouldn't be exported. That we can, I think all of us can agree on that one. Though, I mean, if there is a large enough order to make it profitable, I guess it could be, at least from a practical standpoint, should be done. To fuel, so we should sell it to ourselves to fuel the enchanting industry. Fuck, the alcohol is kicking in.
We can see you, Corv. We can see your message, Corv Estrogen.
The enchanting makes more money. That is a fair point. All right, Merlin, please. And Thews is better for our nation. We all love Thews, don't we? We can also make weapons to defend ourselves with. The alcohol is very certainly kicking in. That's all. All right. Sadly, we are short on time for more audience questions, everyone. But I do encourage you to DM each candidate with any questions that were not answered. Merlin, do you have to go, or can you stick around for? Oh, wait, no, Piatek, I can't give you another one. Sadly, I thought it was Pi for some reason. But no, anyone whose questions are not answered by today's debate, either ask the candidates themselves through DMs. If the candidates wish to respond, they will. Or save them for the aegis debate, depending on which candidate is chosen. Thank you all. Merlin, if you have to go, then we're going to wrap this up.
I will, after we end this debate, I will be going to public VC to answer your questions and continue to answer them, because I think a lot of you still have questions, and I'll help answer them myself.
All right. Well, thank you, Merlin. Thank you, Zenobia, for thank you both for attending. Get good sleep, Merlin, and have a good one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And that's going to be it for the official part of the debate. But as Auggie has said, you can ask her any remaining questions once we move over to the VC.
Before we do continue, before we do continue, I do want to ask this very important question. When is the vote coming out? When are the BRF members able to vote?
The BRF members will be able to vote about an hour, at worst 2 hours, because I will have to go soon. Therefore, I can't make the voting form just yet. And since I was in the gym, and before that, I was at the doctor's office, I couldn't make the voting form up front. So my apologies to all the BRF members, but I will make it, and about an hour, worst case scenario, 2 hours from now, the voting form will be released in the BRF Discord, and everyone with the can vote role on the Discord will be able to vote, or rather, your votes will be counted. Anyone extra who votes, their votes will not be counted. Due to a variety of reasons, if you want to know why you do or don't have the can vote role, DM me personally. I'll take it up with Presidium, and then we're going to get your response. All right. Exactly. The BRF, we're spearheading democracy, everyone. Best party there is. All right. I'm going to ask you all to leave the stage, and we're going to go back to public VC. Please do. And any weird DMs I sent you, please do not release them in a video. That would be very, very horrible.